Heck yeah, I feel good about that one. Not too shabby whatsoever. We do have quite the crew awaiting us once again here. We've just continued to make all of our new friends here. Maybe we'll open this one up with some elemental upheaval here and then just take care of the rest of you. We did finally spend a lot of this piety that we've saved up, so I'm hoping that we can kind of continue this general trend of building up, and then just on the final floors or the most kind of crucial moments of any branch can feel pretty free to just blast ourselves in every which way, or any which way even. Let's do a ring mail with resist poison, resist corrosion, and slay +3. AC remains unchanged. Casting remains mostly unchanged. Hailstorm, which we haven't touched, not so much, but I do like that. I mean, it's not super necessary. We have Preservation Cloak, we had the Poison Resistance Leather, but a bit of extra slaying sounds pretty sweet. Always happy to see that. In fact, I've never really managed to do a full slain run. I've read about them in the past where people will like stack slain to just unreasonable proportions. I think a lot of the time when you do so, you're kind of hoping to have something like Gyre and Gimbal, like a really fast attacking set of weapons that has decent damage to boot. But I think regardless, even if we don't have some of those optimal little bits and bobs, just having a very slain based where we can see we can get that number going up and up, that would sounds like it could be a lot of fun, and also would go pretty well on a hybrid character like this. Hello, my Orby friend. Oh, you're in reach. Never mind, not great. I'm guessing you're as poison susceptible as the rest. I mean, I don't really want to take an Orb of Destruction to the face here, but that's fine. That's what pillars are for. Bit of new skill pillar dancing there. Much more of an emphasis on the dancing than the more traditional meaning of the phrase. And hello, my ghostly friend. There we go. Not too shabby. Still hearing skittering sounds abound here as we try and rest up. Always interesting. Okay. Ghost Moth once again just has to go. Especially Emperor Scorpion enraged. Nope. I will try to kill this son of a gun on our way out, and then hopefully we'll get the way out. Beautiful. Wait for that rage to wear off here, at least give it a few turns real quick. Fantastic. I guess we almost should fight in shallow water. I think we do better than any of these sons of guns. I forget the exact statistical advantages we gain. I know that we do get stronger when we're in water, but I cannot for the life of me recall exactly what that entails. And right, I probably should have played this one a little bit more carefully, I guess. Now we can box beasts. Phone a friend here real quick. Probably should have Tremorstone first, but let's see what Tremorstone does to these sons of guns. Not bad. Bit of cold damage to boot. Is my friend already dead? Holy crap, my friend is already dead. Okay, I do not want to get surrounded, so I'm gonna fail to retreat to a corner. Perfect. Do you want one more disaster area for good measure? Just blast the ever-living crap out of our new friends here. And that is fantastic. Kill you before the Pharaoh Ant, just to play it a little bit on the safe side once again. And let's go meet our lovely Scarab friends that we left behind, hey? Book of the Sloth. Normally statue form is a huge get, but I don't think we really need it here. Also get some evasion. Very true. Evasion is something that I feel like, yeah, I always put a little, or rather too little credence in. Gloves of Strength, no thank you. I think I'm pretty happy with our current dexterous approach. And that is lovely. Holy moly. We are breezing through things here today. I think with our little blue screen of death mishap, we're sitting at like an hour 40 to our first rune, which is probably half the time it usually takes me. I feel like a lot of the time our entire first session is just getting to that first rune. So been very fortunate so far. I don't have any illusions as to whether that will, or rather that will continue to be the case, but would be nice. And if I could get this freaking shaman upstairs on their own, thank you, sir. For falling with, I do appreciate it. Appreciate you and everything you do. We have confirmed that our swamp is full of trees, which is not great. I'm guessing you must be resistant poison. Yeah, immune. Perfect. That makes a lot of sense. What the heck do I wish to do with you? I guess we do have the power of fire. That's gonna do nothing, so I'll just face tank your explosion. That's cool too. Don't mind if I do. Oops, as we accidentally start hitting buttons immediately upon entering the screen here. But, okie dokie. Looking pretty good here. What do we wish to train? I guess I could go more dodging. I know we just talked about how much I don't give much credence to the evasion school of thought. It still is some level of additional protection. Maybe Invo though, actually. In fact, maybe I just turn on Invo and let it ride. Just let that continue ticking up here. Which sounds kind of nice. Will get pretty powerful. I'm gonna let this buddy explode, and almost does as much damage to all the surrounding enemies as it did to us, so you love to see it. Yeah, unfortunately, the lack of walls means that Frozen Ramparts is no longer really going to be our bread and butter, rather, for the area here. We'll take a +2 buckler, though. Don't mind if I do. Don't love the Spriggan bucklers. I don't think they look quite as nice as the more traditional style, but I guess a little bit of spikiness adds to the intimidation factor of our lovely little merman here. Mephitic Cloud and Freezing Cloud. Okie dokie. So this is not even close to castable, but I would like it to be. So Conjurations and Air. Conjuration is at a -2. Air is at a -2. Perfect. Exactly what we wanted here. Oh, transmutations? We have a +3 in transmutations? I guess it makes sense. We're constantly transitioning between our more human and more... I'm trying to think of the equivalent, you know, so like bird, avian, canine, lupin, cow, bovine. What's the one for fish? Piscean? Is it Piscean? Something like that? Regardless, more Piscean nature of footwear, as it were. Regardless, not at all irrelevant here, since we probably aren't learning transmutations anyway. Just a fun little tangent for my brain to completely sidetrack itself with. Then we could instead, let's turn on ice magic. You can train that up. Then conjurations to, let's start it at 4. Nice, light, easy, breezy, beautiful 4. And we'll see how long that takes with the -2. Lack of walls also means Qazlal noise travels further. Ooh, yeah, that's a good point as well. Just adding on all the benefits to the area here. Not sure there is one, because technically all fish are different species from one another. But then I guess each of those individual classification groups would have their own. Not that it would do us very well, because if it's not something that's very like colloquially understood, then it's probably not the best reference to make. But very, very interesting. One day we will solve the greatest mysteries of the world here. Let's definitely take you kiddos upstairs. So I failed at 1% again. Incredible stuff. I know we cast the spell a lot, so eventually, you know, it is just a numbers game at the end of the day, but still a little bit shocked in just how often they've got our number here. And there we go. Eleonoma is separated from the tree by our floppy friend here. I hate killing bunyips. Just the fact that they're seal-like, then, you know, it leads me down a trail of connections that definitely just ends up at my dog, because my dog is very much a seal in spirit, at least from a looks perspective, I guess. I don't know. Are seals monsters? I know a lot of, like, otters, terrible. Just, like, super cruel and brutal animals. But by gosh, are they freaking adorable. But okay, let's get our AC up so we can finish off all of our Hydra friends. And again, another unfortunate bunyip incident as we've come to know them. There we go, managed to take care of them. And even though it looks chaotic, we are able to tab fight our way through the majority of the encounters here, so I can't complain too much. Oh my gosh. Bunyip. Oh, okay, I got taken off the stairs. This is where I have to start actually paying some amount of attention. Don't have many clouds at my disposal. Disaster area, well, being especially loud, at least gives us some, ooh boy. Some offensive capabilities there, and then just you, my druidic friend, shouldn't be too much of a problem. Holy moly. So yeah, not ideal. We were trying to not spend piety in any of the upper floors and kind of save it all for the final hurrah, but not the end of the world here. Do get to pick everything up, and again, that should be pretty much the entire floor taken care of in one fell swoop. And Qazlal runs always just so interesting to me. It's very much a paradigm shift from the expectation. Hello, my ghostly friend. Goodbye. Cloak of invisibility. No, thank you. Not even a little bit interested. Never mind, you googled, and Piscine is the word relating to fish. So not Piscean, but Piscine. Interesting. Well, good to know. Good to know. Thank you for getting confirmation on that. Always good to double check your work. It's something I've historically been really bad with, but I think my current partner has gotten me a lot more inclined down that stretch. I mean, for anything important, I've always been fairly media literate. At least I've tried to be. I've tried to make an effort to make sure that I do my own research, which of course is a phrase that has been co-opted to mean terrible things, but fundamentally, at its core, at least has, I think, a good thought going into it. But yeah, I used to always like try my best to weigh things out and like come to my own conclusions and never use Google. Google is like actually knowing it for certain. Then what about all of our philosophizing and wasting time over nothing? But yes, my current partner will immediately, anything's uncertain, phone is out, Google is being called, and answers are being found, which is nice most of the time. You know, not to the point of if I really want to mull something over or try to remember something on my own, totally supportive of that, but definitely not quite as stubborn to a fault as I've lived myself in the past. Very good, Kona, yes. Oh man. I hate that so much of our lexicon has been tainted by just like crappy people who suck. Ruining it for the rest of us. Ouch. Yeah, okay. 3 times for 40 when you're mited up is 3 times for 60, which I guess you could have actually just one-shot me, so I should be relieved that went a little bit better than it otherwise could have. I only have 1 scroll of fear, eh? And only 79% chance of it happening. Oof. Yikes. We do have Wand of Roots, though. Be that as it may. So I would like to quiver poison darts just so I don't accidentally use that fear scroll because, you know, learning from our past mistakes is important, and that definitely has burned us before. Oh, there, you're no longer mited at least, so that's nice. 48% chance of paralyzing you, don't mind that whatsoever. Beautiful. Holy moly. Well, I guess we'll reset to a different stairwell that's hopefully a little less overrun. So I'm guessing it's not going to get a heck of a lot better. Yep, goodbye. Just nothing but undead and bunyips as far as the eye can see. Apparently that's the be-all end-all, the theme of this floor at the end of the day. Nope. Enraged Forest means that we get the heck out of dodge, and in fact, third time's the charm? Third stairwell and see what happens? I mean, the entire floor's forest has been completely agitated to the point of vengeance here, but that's fine. Dang it, Bunyip, I really need you to follow me upstairs. Perfect, there we go. And at least, you know, as much as I hate the world of stair dancing, sometimes it is just especially convenient to reduce the issues, especially when you're just being overcrowded with an abundant supply of bunyips. Apparently that's what Zot fully invested in on this playthrough, was just nothing but bunyips. Bunyips all the way down. But okie dokie. Otherwise, this should be fairly manageable. I don't really want a disaster area. I mean, I don't really want to use any of those, now that I think of it. Box of Beasts. Phone a friend. Come on, buddy. Go get him, Tiger. I believe in you. Beautiful. The question is... Oh, right. I need to remember when I'm in water, I lose my boots. So I don't have my negativity resistance. Much less positive of a person when I'm in my Merfolk form rather. Don't talk to me when I'm going full Merfolk, because I'm just a complete dick. Hello, my spectral friend. Goodbye. And actually, this is one of the times that it is relevant, now that I think about it. We did just fight a ghost, so maybe should make sure we're not standing in water when these spectral son of a guns came down. Huh. First cast of Hailstorm? Completely by accident. Perfect. Just like a cat had become grumpy in water? Exactly. Cats and merfolk, more in common than one may originally think, after all. I've always said merfolks are just the cats of the sea. No actual like basis for that, but I've always said it. Said it loud and proud for no reason whatsoever. Okay, I was hoping to take you kiddos upstairs, but that's cool, I guess. We shall just blast you with the force of, I don't even know, coursing river, I guess. Beautiful. Already used my 10,000 suns bit, so that one's dried up for the day, and I have to think of more analogies. Unfortunately, brain isn't always quite as on the up and up with that. But the fortunate side of all this is that we can fake out the miasma cloud section here by instead just creating our own clouds, or even letting our enemies create theirs that we are mostly resistant to, and all is well that ends well. Kind of. I guess I should shield up. Frozen Rampart's completely unnecessary, as it does basically nothing, but I guess still good to remember to do it. For the Academia side, I don't want to have to come back in here either, so I do... Oh, geez, I want to find a way. How do I funnel this enchant armor out of here? Do I really need to see invisible? Maybe that's what I sacrifice? Poison darts, actually. Now is, I think, our breaking point. Here's where we say goodbye to each other finally, my poison dart friends. Mainly just kept those around for Spider, so don't mind losing them at this stage in the game. Qazlal, if you could give me some safe guiding clouds on my way out, beautiful, appreciate it. And holy moly, that's 2 runes down. Just going incredibly smoothly. I'm guessing other shoes gonna drop at some point here, especially since we're very much coasting on the fact that we have, like, for early game, above average AC, above average melee, and Ice Elementalist start is just pretty solid for Magic. I wouldn't say above average, but, you know, solid at the very least. So as we get to late mid game, I think is where we're going to start hitting the wall and hitting it hard. And so we'll see how everything shakes out then. I mean, we do have our friends in depths that we left behind, specifically the Shapeshifter. So that's going to be its own little interesting endeavor. I guess the alternative is that I instead just go to vaults for now, get a bit more experience under my belt. Let's take a peek. Let's dive in there, see how things are looking, see how things are feeling, and make our decision from there, shall we? We'll see. Oh, a mark trap, perfect. I was about to say we'll see how much attention our storm garners. Turns out it's not our storm after all. It's instead good old Marcus. Good old Mark Thalmalu. I don't know why my brain always tries to... I mean, I think I really like the concept of the joke of take name and make it non-nickname long version that does not actually fit with that name whatsoever. For whatever reason, my brain loves that in theory. Every time I try to pull it off, it just never works. It's just not, maybe it's not a good format. Maybe I have lost my mind completely. I guess shouldn't be too surprised. I do make allusions to just such that an occasion multiple times per stream, every stream. Okay. Here's where things start to get a little bit tricky. So let's play it slightly carefully. Maybe back myself into a wall just so I can Ozakubu's armor and give myself that extra little bit of a kick defensively here. And that is perfect. Well, okie dokie, so far, I mean, can't complain. Vault's going fairly smoothly, even with the pretty ridiculous start to it, both with our own classic stormy noise, as well as just the very inopportune mark trap right off the bat there. Beautiful. Oh my gosh, we really are just blitzing our way through. I was not prepared for this speed today. I mean, I guess there's not a lot I had to do to prepare, and it might be nice to be going this fast just when everything suddenly hits the fan and we begin regretting all of our decisions that have brought us to this point in life. But, you know, barring such less than ideal outcomes, it's looking like we'll get a pretty smooth ride towards the end here. Or at least towards the middle, since we will not be finishing this today. I think that is a fairly safe assumption to make, seeing as how we usually start to slow down just ever so slightly. Confusion is not great. I will immediately cure my way out of that. But otherwise, nothing we can't handle here, even with good old Marcus causing us issues once again. And I guess I have to actually manually attack, which anything that has bat movement in this game, it's just a pain in the rear to actually deal with appropriately. A bone dragon, and I'm not talking about the nickname you may have given parts of your anatomy. We will bring out the air elementalist there at least, and Is that gonna... That's not gonna do the trick. How much damage do you do, my friend? 20, 30, and trample for 20. We have 30 AC ourselves. That's not bad. Not too perturbed by that outcome here. You lightning resistant, my friend? Resistant to electricity. That you are. What fun. Well, this is eye-opening. Definitely do not quite have it in me to deal with an enemy like this. In fact, I'm kind of rolling the dice here. If we roll terribly and you roll well, we're in trouble. Fortunately, does not end up being the case here, and we do make it through in one piece. But that's starting to get me thinking here. What polearm can I swap to? Is there anything for me out there, or is this just my life for the moment here, and we're gonna keep crossing our fingers and hoping that a demon trident comes along the line here? I mean, it should eventually rear its beautiful face, especially maybe Depths is a slightly better target for us in that regard. Should be able to find, I don't know, like a Hell Knight pack or something to rectify the situation. Oh wow, that's quite the caster-centric convocation you did, my friend. Oh, and again. Oh, just gonna make tons of new friends here, apparently. Hello, hello. Well, too injured to fight recklessly, that's fine. Perfect. I was hoping they'd step towards me just so we don't get any Orb of Destruction shenanigans taking place. And what's a couple of liches between friends? Nothing we can't handle there. Holy moly. Well, entrance to crypt is, I'm guessing, where those Sons of Guns came from. Oh, I don't know if I've ever seen this either. A library in vaults? That's super cute. I like that a lot. We get some necromancy spells, Dazzling Flash and Agony. Meh. Not quite so exciting. Guess I probably should, while I'm using an inventory slot, actually turn armor scrolls back on here. So recognized items, let's go to scrolls, and I want you back. I want you back. Beautiful.